G'day, it's Jamie and welcome to Where's My Yowie. Today I'm reading a couple of old newspaper articles about a Yowie sighting at Braidwood in 1872. So we'll get into it. This first article was published in the Sydney Morning Herald on Monday the 23rd of September 1872, titled Notes of the Week. A zoological curiosity, bunyip, wombat or native bear, has been lately seen sitting on the rocks near Giant's Cave, not far from Braidwood. Like all such oddities, he proved to be inconveniently shy and did not wait to be photographed nor to be shot. The end. Okay, so this last article was published in Melbourne's The Herald on Monday, the 23rd of September, 1872, titled That Inevitable Bunyip. Quite as inevitable as the dog on the racecourse or the blowfly in summer, and fast developing into a nuisance of equal magnitude, one can scarcely take up a country paper without reading that someone has seen a creature described as half a seal, half a kangaroo rat, or 1/3 horse, 1/3 dog, and another third swan. Memory also recalls us to an evidence in which great honour was occasioned by a wonderful looking hybrid, which turned out eventually to be a gentleman taking a bath and carrying his wife on his shoulders, which, though perhaps a peculiar mode of levitation, was not exactly bunyipian. Then again, there has been a cross between a calf and a sheep, with a dash of Murray cod, and a bearded lady mixed with what has been wandering about Gippsland, and other agricultural districts, moaning dismally and disappearing, not with a melodious twang, as was the case with old apparitions, but with a fearful howl. One gentleman went so far as to purpose one of these nondescripts and fire upon it, but whether, like the bird described by Sam Weller, it was so hard hit that it was knocked into invisible pieces, or whether it retired down its own throat, and from that position safely regarded its pursuer with contempt, we are not told. Whatever may have become of that wonderful bunyip, be astonishing the good folks of Braidwood, another one at any rate has turned up, and is now supposed to, the local mentor writing on the subject says, some of the persons who have seen it pronounce it to be a monstrous wombat. Others say it is a native bear, while others say again it is a gorilla. However, whatever it is, none have been able to get within reach to have a cut at it with a stick or a shot from a gun. It is to be seen generally of an evening, sitting on one of the rocks in which this place abounds, and upon the approach of any individual, makes a chattering noise and immediately disappears amongst the rocks or into a hole, while those who have been in pursuit cannot find its secret abode. Last evening there were many lads and others who were on the lookout for it, with the hope of capture, dead or alive. Of course, it is not likely that they will ever catch it, any more than it is probable that the avenging policeman ever catches the flying dog of the racecourse. But one wishes they would. It would be such a relief if any, even the most moderate bunyip, could be caught. Could not the scientific baron be utilised in this direction, and on his success be decorated with the Australian Order of the Golden Bunyip? The end. Well, that's a pretty interesting story. It's definitely a Yowie. There's heaps of sightings in the Braidwood area around this time, and they're describing it as a gorilla, even though some people say it looks like a wombat or a native bear, a koala. and it's generally seen of an evening sitting on one of the rocks near the caves, and it makes a chattering noise when it sees someone and takes off, and they can't find where it lives. And they're saying it's like a giant's cave, and I'm just wondering how the name Giant's Cave came about. Is that because there's a big Yowie living in there? Makes you wonder. And then I also mentioned a wonderful looking hybrid, which turned out eventually to be a gentleman taking a bath and carrying his wife on his shoulders. This is actually a true story that I've read. And this guy was out hunting this day, and it was near dusk, and he's come across a water hole in the distance, and he could see this creature in the water hole, and it looked to have multiple arms and legs, and was pretty raised out about the water. And he was a fair distance away, and he was going to have a shot at it. And then he thought, no, I better get a bit closer. And as he's gotten closer, and thank God he didn't have a shot, it turned out to be a guy having a bath with his wife, and he had his wife on his shoulders, and they were mucking about in the lake, which is all very interesting. Okay, that's it from me. I'll get back to this all next time. Bye.